Well, welcome to another edition of the Wrestling Guild podcast, a podcast where we talk about, well, mostly Impact and everything that Impact has to offer, which is quite a lot these days. My name is Chris Mary Hoffman. With me, I have Nick E. Anderson, the birthday boy.
The birthday boy?
The birthday boy. It's not your birthday today, but it was Wednesday, right? Or Tuesday?
That's correct. No, yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday. I hope you had a lovely birthday.
Yeah, it was good. We had a party and whatnot, and we were drinking, and yeah, it was good.
So that's why I didn't hear from you on Thursday.
I don't know. I was tired of much. There was a lot of stuff going on. So yeah.
I understand. We're going to talk about Impact from July 26th. And remember, this is an SLTDWrestling.com production, and you can find us anywhere you can find podcasts, but we'll get into that at the end of the show. Just a little shout out first to our new addition to the Wrestling Guild podcast, the World of Sports Review, hosted by our good friend Dim Van Dam, former British wrestler living in Russia. Have you had an opportunity to listen to the new episode?
Yeah, I've seen the YouTube. I watched just a sneak peek of it, but not the whole show. Not really. Yeah.
Oh,
so it was quite interesting. Good stuff.
He posted. We also posted his documentary about him going to see a death match in Russia, which was very, very interesting. If you want to see women get needles stuck through their tongues and stuff like that, then that's the place for you to go.
Great place.
Yeah, great place. Anyway, so yeah, check that out. That should be dropping like basically every Wednesday, the World of Sports Review for the next 13 weeks, because World of Sports is only showing 13 episodes for this first season. Anyway, so we're going to talk about Impact instead, Nick. What did you think of last week's Impact? Because now we're doing this a little bit later, basically because you had your birthday and that you were hungover the day after. So this is actually quite late for us. So there's already been an Impact. Thursday Impact has already been.
True that, yeah. So I mean, I hope this one that was this week is a lot better, because I mean this one was okay. And you can't always, I understand that it's not easy to make, a perfect show and whatnot, but this show was okay. It was fine. There was some giggles here and there. There was some comedy here and there. You have KM, you have Falaba. They were funny. But then some matches weren't really that fun. I mean, they weren't really, I was not enjoying myself when I was watching them. I wasn't really satisfied. I don't know if I've seen this match similar before or whatnot. I wasn't really into it.
I can understand what you mean. This was obviously the cool down show after an awesome Slammiversary. So yes, it's so you have to kind of rebuild and restructure and redo things. And you have to start up new storylines, because basically, and I think mostly every single storyline kind of ended at Slammiversary.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, when you say it now, yeah.
So
they have to build new ones and whatnot, and like you say, a cool down, yeah.
Yeah, and now we're on our road to Bound for Glory, which is the next big pay-per-view. So that should be awesome. So everything should be building towards Bound for Glory, and there seems to be a lot of cool things on the horizon if rumors and stuff like that are true.
Ooh, interesting.
Interesting. So, Austin Aries starts out by coming to the ring. He talks about what a good pay-per-view it was. He puts over the wrestlers and the matches. It says that he always delivers, and that his match with Moose was one of the best, which is also kind of what people have been saying on the internet, and even Don Callis in his podcast, Killing the Town, interviewed Austin Aries right after Slammiversary, and it said and Aries said that, everybody put out such a good match, and Moose and Aries were the last ones, so the problem was, were they going to be able to deliver?
Oh, yeah.
And Aries says, well, that's a nice problem to have, to have to top everybody else.
I mean, they delivered, like you say, like everyone else says. They delivered, and they really showed what they can go for.
Absolutely. He threw a little bit of shade on wrestlers who work in the WWE, talking about how they're always scripted and everybody tells them exactly what to do, where you have more freedom in TNA or in Impact, actually. And then Eddie Edwards shows up and attacks Aries out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, he just beats him with like a, what was it, kendo stick?
Yes, the kendo stick.
Yeah. And, I mean, I think he even steals the title?
He took the title, but he didn't, he grabbed the title, but he didn't take it. He didn't steal it.
Oh, okay. I was like, this guy's so pissed that you have to steal stuff as well?
Well, the OGs were pissed and stole titles.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, I mean, and so they're going into kind of like what I had wanted. I wanted a heel Eddie Edwards going up against Aries. So this is kind of where we were looking for it to go. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had P.D. Williams versus Taiji Ishimori. How did you like this? The Bone Soldier, Taiji Ishimori.
I think Ishimori at least delivered. I think he did very well. He performed very good, and he had some good moves. He was hard hitting, and that's what we expect from Ishimori. We all know
Absolutely.
that. He, on the other end, wasn't really ready. He wasn't really awake. I don't know if it's too hard for him to take on Ishii or what. I wasn't really sure where he was going, really.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, I thought that this was a good match, but of course, I think I wouldn't say a problem with P.D. Williams, but the one thing with P.D. Williams is that you see his moves like all the time. He does the same moves all the time, and for some wrestlers that really works. Like a wrestler like Eli Drake, you'll always see him doing like the Skylord slap, and you'll always see him doing that elbow drop that he does. These things that you always expect from him. So then when he pulls out something new, it's kind of cool and awesome. P.D. Williams, he does they're the same moves the whole time, and that's exactly what you're going to get from a P.D. Williams match, and that works for some people like that kind of stuff. But maybe against Ishimori, he should have been doing some other things. This week on Impact, we see an old episode in the GWN moment of the week. It's a match between P.D. Williams and Jushin Thunder Liger. There, P.D. Williams is a little bit more innovative. But I get what you're saying. I thought the match anyway, in a way, delivered.
Okay.
Ishimori hit his modified DDT into a knee. There was a name for it. I forgot what it was. But then the Desi Hit Squad comes out and attacks them both.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because, like, at least for me, I know that the Desi Hit Squad are shit. So, they come out, they think they're all cool, but, I mean, we all know that you're really bad and horrible. But okay, it's fine.
So they're trying, they're still trying to build the Desi Hit Squad. Hey, I don't know. In a couple of years, we might say, the Desi Hit Squad were crap, but now they're really getting into the... But, because you remember what we said about OVE. We didn't really care for OVE as wrestlers because we thought that, hey, it's just not clean enough. Their wrestling isn't, strong enough. But now, they're probably one of our favorite teams on the roster.
Wow. That is so true. Yeah, I remember when they came first in the Impact. Wow, that was yeah, that is so true. Yeah, so I guess okay. You know what? We have to give Desi Hit Squad a chance and give them some time to develop and like improve themselves. That's totally. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we had an interview with Anthony Corelli, who used to be Santino Marella in the WWE, kind of like a comedy wrestler. And now he's a trainer for Battle Arts Academy in Canada.
Ooh. Not bad.
Not bad. Not bad at all. And he introduces a student, Aries, who is pissed off, comes backstage to confront him. He's upset after being attacked by Edwards. And he wants his time, and Corelli's just like, whoa, what's going on? We were having such a good time. What's going on?
And the thing is, the student, he somehow, I don't remember, but like, Austin Aries is so pissed and whatnot, so then he's like, oh, you want to go, and you want this and that.
Yeah.
And then he gives him a title shot. Like, what?
Yep.
And the student is like, I just got a title shot. Holy smokes.
Yeah, so this week it was Austin Aries versus the student. We'll get to that when we talk about it next week. Then we had Rebel versus Tessa Blanchard. This was really like a nothing match.
It was for me. It was like more of an obvious match. Like Tessa is just not the level, and Rebel didn't stand it. That is how you sum it up. So.
Yeah, but we've seen Rebel do well before when we've watched her on like one nights onlys and stuff like that. But I mean, she did. I think we all knew where this was going to go. Tessa easily wins with the hammerlock DDT. And then I think we came to the segment of the show that I think you liked the best. I'm going to guess.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't bad at all. I mean, that's a good stuff. What was her name? Like Scarlett?
Scarlett Bordeaux. Scarlett Bordeaux is interviewed by Alicia Tout. And this thing, what's interesting here, and I don't know if you've heard about this at all, but this has gotten a lot of like attention online from the wrestling community. They think that here comes a girl that is, it's playing off how sexy her sexiness, and it's a sexist character and stuff like that. And on Killing the Town, Don Callis was kind of defending it. He said, no, it's not really. It's like who she is, and we're trying to build something here, and I think you'll see something different out of this girl than just her being sexy. I don't know what you thought.
So what, are people like pissed?
Well, some people were upset at the character, yeah.
Wow. I mean, first of all, you gotta give her a chance. We didn't even see her in a match, right? It was just her going around being a bitch to everyone and like saying to people to sit down in the audience. Okay. I mean, you have to give her a chance.
Yeah. She says she wants to make a difference like her heroes, Marilyn Monroe and Carly B. I mean, Marilyn Monroe, I know who she is, but Carly B, I'm not... I don't know, but anyway, and then I thought it was funny when she told Alicia to be quiet. She called her a 5. She's like, "Shut up, 5. A 10 is talking."
Yep.
So anyway, so we'll see what happens with Scarlett Bordeaux. She licked the microphone and left. I guess that was basically it.
That was how it was.
That's how it was. We had a promo from Matt Sydal where he talks about getting back the X Division Championship. We didn't I don't know if you expected him to get the X Division Championship back or not. But
it was what it was. I mean, not really. I'm not really expecting. I mean, you can't just change like all of a sudden here and there, back and forth. I mean, it has to be sticky for once. But now, I mean, Matt Sydal is good. I mean, I like the dude. He is a good wrestler, but sometimes he just thinks he's like an amazing god when he's not really.
Anyway, that was that. Pentagon Jr. cut a promo, one of his scary promos. He was talking about that he had Sami Callihan's nasty-ass hair. I don't know if he kept it, because I don't know if he can say shit about Sami Callihan's hair if he's keeping it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you don't want to keep your opponent's hair. No,
I don't know. I mean, you can if you want to. It's not. I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to run your life, really.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, that was Pentagon. He was quite scary, and he does good promos, even though it's in Spanish. I like him.
Yeah. Johnny Impact versus Trevor Lee. I think again, we kind of knew where this was going. Trevor Lee, good wrestler, but still he gets to job a lot. He loses a lot.
Yeah, I mean, and then Trevor is not on the same level as Johnny, like you said. So I mean, but at the same time, I think the match was good. I mean, Trevor, he tries, he does his best, but I mean, just Johnny Impact just takes Trevor around, just plays with him, does whatever he wants to do, and of course we have Andrew that somehow wants to cheat and here and there. But that didn't work this time. And that's why I want to see more. When like people try to cheat, you just shut them down. That just feels so satisfying when people get fudged for cheating. That's good stuff.
Yeah. And we also want to send out our condolences to Trevor Lee. His dad passed away last week, who was a big deal in the North Carolina wrestling scene. So.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
So, but Johnny Impact wins with Starship Pain. He cuts a promo on saying that he wants the world championship, obviously, but he also wants revenge on Congo Kong, which we can all understand.
Of course. I mean, there's no discussion right there. No, I totally understand that.
An interview with Allie, who says she's disappointed that she didn't help Madison Rayne. Another interesting point with Madison Rayne is that it was announced that she's going to be in the Mae Young Classic, the second annual Mae Young Classic, which is an all-woman tournament that the WWE holds. This doesn't mean that she's going to the WWE at all. Sienna is going to be in it, for instance, as well. And so usually what happens is the best ones at the Mae Young Classic have been given or offered contracts with the WWE. So I don't know, maybe we won't see Madison Rayne in Impact again, but we'll see. She's wrestling under the name Ashley Rayne.
That was a really horrible name, but
and I think Sienna is actually using her real name when she's going to wrestle. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. That could also be one of the reasons why we haven't seen Sienna in quite some time. She was taken away from the main roster listing and put in the alum listing, which could mean that she's either she's done with the company completely, which would be a shame because I think she was really good.
True that. I mean, she gave a lot to Impact. I mean, really, like the women's part and all that. Like, wow, she really dominated a lot, and a lot of people loved her, and like fans, even though she was like a heel. I mean, wow.
No, I agree. Anyway, so let's move on. Allie says she was disappointed that she didn't help Madison. She says she's coming for Su Yung, and Kira shows up and says she wants to help. So for this week, it was Kira Hogan and Allie versus Su Yung and the Undead Maid of Honor.
Wow.
Yeah. And then we had the GWN flashback of the week, which was the Motor City Machine Guns versus Generation Me. Generation Me, better known as the Young Bucks, probably the most successful wrestlers ever outside WWE. I mean, people who are not contracted with the WWE. They wrestle for Ring of Honor and they wrestle for New Japan. They have their own like T-shirts that sell at Hot Topic. They have their own Funko Pop figures. They're the only wrestlers that have Funko Pop figures that aren't WWE. I don't know. They do crazy well. So they didn't get their start in Impact. They actually had made a little bit of a name for themselves before they came to Impact, but then they were in Impact as Generation Me. They got let go, and then their kind of like popularity skyrocketed after they went to Japan.
Okay, but wow, really, that's successful? Not bad. Not bad.
No. So, yeah, how did you like? I mean, it's not much to say about the GW and Flashback of the Week. These are two teams that aren't in Impact anymore. The Motor City Machine Guns, they were formed in Impact, and were a big part of the Impact, kind of both the X division as well as the tag team division.
I mean, the match for me was really, really fast-paced. I mean, holy smoke. Everything was going so quick, and there were so many people in the ring, and this was going over there, and over there in the corner, they were fighting, and they were fighting outside the ring, and oh my days, there were a lot of stuff going on. It was action-filled and a lot of content right there, but wow. I mean, I missed a lot because, like, I was looking at one part of the screen, then something else was happening on another part of the screen. So, I mean, wow, it was really fast-paced. I liked it.
Yeah. And as we said, this is what the Impact was built on, but this is also kind of where they're going back to. It feels like. Then we have Joe Hendry, Katarina, and Grado backstage. Joe Hendry gives Grado a T-shirt. And then your favorite guy, Eli Drake, shows up and hands Grado a present as well, a picture of Joe Hendry and Katarina together.
Goddamn Eli.
Stirring up trouble.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Eli does, just destroying everything for everyone else, and then him going to the top. Yeah. There you have it. God damn it.
Yep.
God damn it. I thought, well,
Then Falaba is told by KM in the back that he needs to develop a mean streak. They need to be mean if they're going to get anywhere, because they're going to fight the Desi Hit Squad the coming week.
Yeah, and as they're talking about that, they're just snatching stuff from everyone.
Yeah.
And like, oh yeah, here you can take this. Oh, you want this shirt as well? What about those glasses over there? My God. And did you see that guy's phone?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a good time. Oh, these two guys, quality. This is worth gold.
Yes.
Oof, okay. So yeah, that was pretty much it, right? And then
we had a vignette from Killer Cross, who was just talking about, what he was doing, what his goals, that he wants to instill fear in everybody, all that good stuff.
That guy is, I don't know, his vignettes and promos they feel a bit dull. They don't really give you that much. Like, oh yeah, he's so scary and whatnot, but no, he's not such a good talker. I mean, I guess you can't expect that, but come on, step it up.
Yeah, I think he's also one of those guys. I think we're going to have to wait and see what they do with him. If he can develop in the right direction, if they give him the right amount of space. Because the question is, how far can you take this character? How far can you go with this guy, the way he is? So, we had the OGs in the clubhouse and talk about a talker. King was talking about, he was kind of cutting a promo on LAX, saying that he had expected more from them and more from Conan. I mean, Eddie Kingston is a good talker, and he makes it sound so effortless. He makes it really sound like, he means what he says.
True that. Yeah.
So it's the right amount of inflection and stuff like that. So. So obviously the OGs and the LAX they're not done. The OGs have tagged the LAX belts, and that apparently on the street, like because you're from the street, you know that it means that it's yours if you tag it.
And I mean, wow. I mean, like you say, he's a really good talker, and that they just that they want to keep this storyline alive really gives me a lot of interest.
I agree. Then we have Sami Callihan is in the bathroom with OVE. Yeah. He is upset, obviously, at his pretty locks have gone.
Yep, and he just goes on a rampage on everyone else that looks at him, like even a blink of eye. I mean, he just, boom. Are you looking at my hair, huh? Are you looking at my head? Okay, let's shave yours as well then. That guy is insane, okay? That guy is insane.
Yeah, he goes up to this guy. I don't know who they got, because I don't know about you, but do you think that was his real hair? I mean, that guy had long hair with a ponytail. Do you think they paid him to take that haircut, or do you think it was like fake hair?
It's hard to say, but I think it was his real hair.
Yeah.
I mean, how are you going to fake that? You're going to put like something on your reel and then put like
I don't know
face on, and then he has to put that on for a long time before we could actually see his like hair growing out naturally. I mean, I think he's like Sammy would be a guy that would like step it up and like say, yeah, let's go with the real hair.
But I'm thinking the guy whose head they shaved in the bathroom.
Oh, the head they shaved. Oh, sorry. Oh, that might have been fake. I don't know. I think they fixed that one.
But Sammy apparently pissed on his leg first, as you saw.
Oh yeah, he turned around towards him, and then you see all dripping on his leg and whatnot.
Which means that the whole time that they shaved that guy's head, Sami Callihan had his stuff out.
Yeah, that is correct. I'm glad they didn't film that. I'm just glad. Just thinking about that now. Yep.
Anyway, it was a good segment, and it was like Sammy plays a great crazy. That's all I can say. And then we had the main event of the evening: Matt Sydal versus Brian Cage. I don't know if you want to how much you want to talk about this match. I mean, it was kind of like a rerun of what they had done at Slammiversary, although I did think that they stepped it up a little bit. Even if the match was shorter, they stepped it up a little bit because Sydal pulled out a lot of new moves on Brian Cage. And Cage took a lot of, he took a little bit of a beating.
True that. No, yeah. I definitely agree with you. I mean, I still think it was an awesome match. And like you say, we've seen some similarities before, but I still think it was an interesting match. And it was like you say, hard-hitting, fast-paced, brutal, and both are kind of on the same level. Kind of. Like, these guys can actually fight each other without the other opponent, like, dominating and whatnot. So, yeah. It's really interesting, Sydal and Cage. Even though Cage is like twice as tall and twice as big, not bad.
No, not at all. Not bad at all. And that was the end of that match. Brian Cage wins with the drill claw in the end. He had tried several different types of moves on Sydal and not managed. This was a good match.
It was a good match. I mean,
and the show was okay. I would give it maybe a C+. It wasn't the best thing ever.
True that. But at the same time, can you really expect a perfect show after a perfect Slammiversary episode or show? I mean, Slammiversary was the king of everything.
Yeah.
It beat everything. It was awesome, and then you can't really expect from a normal episode of Impact. I mean,
No.
it's a cool down show. So.
Yeah. So that was the end. That's the end of our show for today. Excuse us for putting it out so late. We will also be putting out a confrontation review today as well. But follow us on Facebook and on Twitter, on Instagram. You can listen to us on SoundCloud and on YouTube and also on Spreaker Radio and anywhere. Actually, because we are available on Spreaker Radio, we also available on all the other podcast platforms that you can find, including iTunes. So good stuff. And don't forget to check out the World of Sports review with Dim Van Dam, dropping every Wednesday, I think. We'll see what it hasn't really been, because the World of Sports is on, I think, Sunday, and then he reviews it the day after. Yeah, so somewhere around there.
We'll see.
We'll see. So,
good stuff.
For Nick E. Anderson, my name is C. Mary Altman, and we will talk to you next week.
Ooh.